Alright, I am back, baby! Picking up where I left off. Just got sorted into Ravenclaw, and they just showed me to my dormitory, or they said common room, but I think a common room would be bigger. Or maybe it leads out into the common room, that's what they said. No, it says right here, find your common room. I guess maybe that's what British people call dormitories, but I'm in like somebody else's bedroom now. It's supposed to go upstairs, but I'm going down, maybe. Just all up in somebody else's stuff. Alright, so it doesn't look like anything to be gained from exploring other people's rooms. Can't steal stuff.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Just have to wait for the right
Oh, no, okay,
moment.
maybe it's a common.
One moment. Watch this.
He relayed to Eric Clapton.
Ugh! What is this? Someone threw a dung bomb. Let's get out of here.
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted. Oh well.
What do you thought they would
Right.
like that?
What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters. And you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
I'm glad to be here. Ready for classes to start.
Good. Glad to hear it. Truly, there's no reason to be nervous. Most professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the tricks I play are as simple as a tossed dung bomb, and I'm still here.
Wait, did you say most professors are fun but fair?
Ha! I did. But probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend to push their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bomb back to me. Nice meeting you.
You too, Everett.
Introduce yourself to Amit. Introduce yourself to Samantha. I can't talk to just whoever I want to, though.
I'd much prefer. Must be.
All right. Deep breath.
Amit Takar.
Why, hello. Would you like to take a look?
Can't see too much in the day. Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega, and Arcturus. I'm Amit. Pleasure to have you in Ravenclaw. Never met someone who's been so close to a dragon before.
Can't say I'd recommend it, frankly. It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy.
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's something about the open air and night sky above the tower. It's invigorating. You will adore astronomy. Professor Shaw is incredibly knowledgeable.
I'm afraid I'm not much for memorizing constellations. Enough to worry about on the ground.
Well, you should know that all fifth years must take astronomy. However, I think you will feel differently after one night up on the tower. A quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you!
Okay, and now Samantha. And now to meet
That's
Samantha.
not right either.
Samantha Dale or maybe Dale.
I want him to be in the perfect place. A place he'll be happy with. But I can't seem to find it. Great golden gobstones! I want him to thrive here.
Golden gobstones.
My own little expression. I bought this Dittany seedling from home and I so want him to feel cozy. Dittany is amazing, isn't it? So much healing power in such a little plant. I've a bit of a thing for plants, as you can see. Pleased to meet you. I'm Samantha.
Nice to meet you, Samantha. Is Dittany used in Wiggenweld potion?
It is. Looks like someone's been studying up on their potion making.
Actually, Professor Fig told me about the Wiggenweld potion.
Of course. I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma, Fig. Teaches about theory, yet seems to know a lot about practical magic.
Professor Fig does know a great deal about, different forms of magic.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
An affinity for herbology is more typical of a Hufflepuff than a Ravenclaw, isn't it?
Ordinarily, perhaps, but it runs in my family. We've a full plot of these little fellows back home. I suppose you could say herbology is in my roots.
What a joke. What a knee slapper. My bad.
Is it common practice for students to grow their own ingredients?
Oh, yes. In fact, our herbology teacher, Professor Garlick, encourages it. And I don't think
Garlic.
Professor Sharp, our potions master, cares where you get your ingredients as long as your brews are all perfect.
It was nice to meet you, Samantha. Good luck with your dittany.
Thank you. And good luck to you too on your first day.
Hey there, in Ravenclaw. Professor Weasley is looking for you just outside. You'd best not keep her waiting.
Who said that?
I prefer to study in the library. It's always much too loud
In the library.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts.
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Hey, why are they giving me all this?
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Result.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Walk with me? Or just let me play the game.
This
More
way.
slow tutorials. Which I mean I get, but why do I have to walk
The
so
guide
slow?
will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student.
He just teleported through us. The statue following us?
Why don't you cast Revelio on this bust and see what details the field guide can provide?
Revelio.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to move the camera because there's XP stuff going on. I don't like it way up there. We'll go down here maybe. I may end up having to turn the camera off. Only way to acquire XP. Blah, blah, blah. Your field guide tracks your current progress. Okay.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
I thought I had some stuff that it like unlocked for me. Maybe I don't get that yet, I don't know. Oh, I'm wearing that under my cloak.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
But you're the one wasting time. And I mean, I can't help but waste time. Why can't we just jog a little bit? You know, at least a heavier walking pace.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how...
I'm gonna move this camera one more time, and if this ends up being in the way, I'll probably turn
to get
it
around
off.
a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
I can never get it.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
The other girls and I were up.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Basics of spellcasting.
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's
Nobody
map?
cares about the
Of course.
Saw a guy die.
Thank you.
For the first
Good
time,
luck
they
today.
didn't care that
And remember to use your field guide.
how I
It will
would've
be
been
invaluable to you.
traumatized.
And invaluable to me, as I'll be
You know, some
using
people
it
play
to
this
keep
game
up to
multiple
date on
times
your
to get like
progress.
different houses
Yes,
because you
Professor.
can do different things
Come
in the
and find
different
me
houses.
in my classroom
But the
after
story
you've
is the
attended
same,
both
and
classes today,
I couldn't
and I'll
be-
explain more
I don't know, I
about
just
those
don't feel like I could
assignments
get
I
into that.
mentioned. And we'll
Just
see
doing
if
it
we
over
can't
and over
get
and
you to
start.
Hogsmeade for those
Like,
supplies.
I like it to be one head canon. One thing is that's how. the
It's good to see
story
you,
was.
Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in
I think you're
studies.
secretly the evil.
Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more
I think you're secretly
flexibility
evil, bro.
with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
This represents main quest, completed main quest. There's something all over my glasses, bro. This represents main quest. Completing main quest will further the story, unlock new features, and grant XP. Some quests are locked by spell and or level requirements. In these cases, you will need to be the required level and or have the required spell to activate the quest. New spells can be earned by completing professor's assignments or as quest rewards. Track a quest with cross to continue. Defense against the dark arts, charms, and there we go with my camera blocking. Text now, may have to remove it. Sure, we'll go with defense against the dark arts.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
An amazing
Now, it
magical
sounds like you've quite a day ahead.
From
What
New
with
York
classes
City.
and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Quest complete. A charmed compass. Okay. Lead you to anything that you're tracking.
Revelio.
Revelio all over the place. Let's see what happens. Just Revelio and everything. But Revelio is important. I don't know.
Revelio.
Why would Helga have a puppy? The only thing that they survived.
Professor Black, might I suggest a ban on magic in the library? Someone has been sneaking into the restricted section, and Cressida Bloom seems to think of the library as her own personal arena in which to practice her latest incantations. It is most disruptive. One might consider Peeves tame by comparison to such antics.
Revelio.
When he's stealing from the school that's locked.
Revelio.
Revealing everything here. There's something else over here. Just this. A fast travel. Don't know how to get down there as of the current moment. Hello, madam. Anything to reveal here? I have found what I'm looking for, though.
Revelio.
Something with that mirror, but I can't use it yet, it appears. Wonderful, fantastic.
Revelio.
Continue to reveal everything. Will I die if I jump from here? Won't let me jump from here. Right. Makes sense. But maybe if I jump over. Oh, try to. Wait. I can't do it. I believe I will travel to my next class. Defense against the dark arts.
Revelio.
Okay, alright. Here's the secret here. This is the single question. So 11. Secret. Got to figure out what these represent. 11. It's already there, so it's likely not that.
Revelio.
Is there another place for these?
That's the last time I have a potion idea that I don't write down.
To figure this out, it's not that I'm pretty sure. Oh, it zoomed in there for some reason. It's weird. Maybe it's pointing at it, and then that's like the tentacles looking one. Don't know what that is, but it looks like a tick with tentacles. Let's see if that's an option here. That is an option. Maybe it's as simple as it's just pointing at it. Some kind of puzzle. They have some kind of numeric value. The top one equals 21. Or this is the top one plus 11 equals 21. I'm assuming is what this means. There's only one number. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to figure this out. I'm gonna try this. I don't. What I'm thinking is probably just some nonsense.
Revelio.
Those things are clearly all related right there. So. Oh, that actually worked. It had to do with like the points on the appendages. Number of appendages. That was interesting. Okay, I already found that flash travel.
Revelio. Revelio.
Fast travel.
Revelio.
Trouble, are we? Been up to no good? Thought as much.
What was that for?
Revelio. Revelio.
Jump over anything. That's all.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Forgot to hit the X. Oh, the cross.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent. As Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso.
Now, the basic. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso. Lucky. Nothing lucky about it. You're good.
How perceptive.
Levioso. A perfectly executed Levioso.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Complicates things.
Levioso. Protego.
All my students with us again. I do enjoy lively duels.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
That was weird. Face.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Okay.
Revelio.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel...
Revelio. Revelio.
I'm kind of just exploring right now.
I can't wait to fry.
What the hell?
Revelio.
This whole place is a maze, bro.
Revelio.
Must be down though.
Off to count your hogshead.
Revelio.
The running animation is pretty weird looking.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Sometimes the prefect... Some of us don't necessarily want them to get back to the lesson.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio! That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, hmm? So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Hmm? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor.
You can
show us how
stop
it's
talking all day. Hold R2 and press the assign button to cast Accio. You pull a target release.
Accio!
Splendid!
Stop. Oh man, that's about as close as it gets.
Very good. That's it. Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge?
Girl, I just did the most perfect roll you could have done on my first ever try.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Be sharp. That is how it's done.
Yeah, that's how it's done.
Accio!
That's also how it's done.
Excellent control there.
Watch this.
Knock my ball out of here.
Brilliant. Here we go. Phew.
Accio!
A perfect score. Remarkable. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Sure.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. That is how it's done.
That's what you said before.
Not exactly your typical lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
Ooh.
Very
good. You watch this.
Quite impressive. Here we go. Phew.
Pushed her. Ooh, just take it.
2 perfect rounds. You're a natural.
That's right, baby. Motherfucking natural. Motherfucking natural in here. Like Summoner's Court. Take your ass to Summoner's Court. You about me,
Very
I'm gonna
good,
sue your
both
ass,
of
take
you.
you to Summoner's
Well done.
Court. Get my money. Give me just a second. Gotta make a
Class is
phone
dismissed.
call.
Gather your things on the...
Alright, sorry about that. I'm back.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become
Might take a
proficient
break,
with
though, from
IQ.
this game.
Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred
Right
here.
this minute, I don't feel like
It
I
gets
just want to
easier,
just
I promise.
keep playing this. Like I don't feel like I sucked into the game yet. I might get there.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting.
Better
Until
not
next
keep
time.
him waiting. Better not keep him waiting.
Of course, you can.
Wagadu.
A word, if you would.
If you're so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Revelio.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Hello. How was your first day coming along?
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You
I know
certainly
you
seem to
wondered that.
hold
You
your
just
own in
asked me.
charms.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor Ronan's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
Revelio.
Said she carved her initials into the fireplace of our common room, but I think she made it up.
Oh, I remember that day. Yes, in Greenhouse 3.
Yes, Professor.
You'd hidden a bucket of leaping toadstools over at the far end.
Yes, I do recall now. And Professor Garlic knocked it over and we ran out.
I got told off for that.
Well, I did say to distract her by asking how to handle flesh-eating slugs. And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
I'm
lies.
not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fight, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot, and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't Boots and it wasn't Flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Ah, this Peeves guy, get on my last nerve, boy.
Revelio.
Bet. If this is a... So this is going to be 2. These are close. I can just do it like this. Just close by, I can just try all the combinations. Should we get pretty close to the solution here? Must have just got lucky before. Must have had nothing to do with the points. It was just coincidentally worked. Probably a better way to figure out how this works, but that is one way to do it, especially when they're that close to each other. Small games.
Accio.
Alright, so side quests. Guess I should continue to do this. It's the first day. Worry about side quests later.
Why study in the classroom?
So I guess there's no kind of fall damage in this game. But they won't let you just jump on all things when you feel like it.
Revelio.
Gonna be friends with all the cats. Well, I guess it's outside our
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
You related to Dobby or not?
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hackett and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, We've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the
Well, maybe
perfect
because I lost all the
wand.
supplies. I don't
You've
have
managed your
those.
classes well
Like
with a
glasses.
borrowed wand, but you'll
It's
find
stuff.
the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when
They don't give
conjuring
enough backstory
objects.
on this character.
I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's
Like, I feel like I'm
Potions
still in
stocks a
the
wide
tutorial.
array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asks that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Speak to Try that again. Speak to Professor Ronan to receive your first assignment. Assignments are types of quests given to you by Hogwarts professors that, when completed, reward you with new spells. The reward for completing your first assignment will be the Mending Charm Reparo, which is required to complete other quests. You can track assignments and their progress in the quests menu of your field guide.
Revelio.
Oh, Chimera. You make the same noise every time.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The Mending Charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Alright, so we're going to save here, and where's settings? And I'm going to end the stream for now. Probably be the last time I play this until at least Saturday, but more than likely Sunday. Anyway, thanks for watching.